Hello everybody, Shay here. Welcome to this week's WIP and Chat. It is a little bit of a different day and time than I'm used to filming. I did have to go out of town this week, and so I actually film normally on Wednesdays, and these come out Thursdays, but today's actually Friday. So it is Friday at, what time is it, y'all? 4:35 p.m. So it's Friday, and I'm gonna try to turn around and get this out to you guys Friday night. So it'll only be one day delayed, one day late. So that's the plan. But yes, welcome to this week's WIP and Chat. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. Gotta do the the fingers. And what that means is I'm gonna diamond paint, and y'all can work on whatever you want to do. You treat it like a podcast. You don't have to watch, you can just listen, and diamond paint alongside me, cross stitch, color, whatever you want to do, errands, walk the dogs. So yeah, just hang out with me and we'll catch up. Again, this is our weekly check-in, if you will, to just see how you're doing. So make sure you let me know down in the comments how you are, because I really want to know. And this is my time to get to know from everybody how they are in the comments all at once. And it's really nice, instead of sending individual messages to every friend I have in the community. So it's really, really nice. I really want to know what you guys are up to. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know all the things. I'm very nosy. Yes. All right. So let's talk about my diamond painting. This is one you've never seen before if you are a returning subscriber. So, and if you're new, hello, welcome. Let's talk about what I'm working on. This is a PAINTGEM diamond painting. I've had it for a long time. I'll try to link it down below if it's still available. I'm not sure if they still do this one, but it says be a mermaid in a sea of fish. Isn't that cute? It is small. It's only a 30 by 20 in centimeters, 30 colors. So because I actually brought this with me out of town, I did complete the bottom row this week when I was gone. And then I was like, you know what, let me just, because you might be getting tired of seeing my big one that I'm working on normally, my Beachcomber's Bounty. I've got one row left, so we're almost there. But since I was working on this, I thought it'd be fun to kind of switch it up. I'm just not sure if the words are going to come out okay. That's what I haven't gotten to yet, because I start at the bottom, so we'll see. But yeah, this is a PAINTGEM. It is a square, so it's got square drills. But so far, so good. Her face doesn't look too bad. Her lips and her, she got the little fish right here and the bubbles. You got the seaweed and the kelp. It's really pretty. Yeah. So I thought this was a nice little snack size just to have in my collection. So when I'm looking for, something to take when you're traveling. And it came in this little long box, and I just kind of labeled the outside of the box so I'd be able to, and I just stored it in here. So yeah, it's a nice little, like I said, just like a little slide box. Let's see. And then I am using Harbor Freight containers. So I've got 2 of them going because they only hold 24 container colors. So I've got 2 of those. So those are really nice. And then I'm using a Firefly tray. It's a small one. This is their Inferno Mini. And this is actually one that I got from a retreat last year, from the Great Lakes Escape Retreat. So, and it does have the little slide door, which is really nice. And I don't have the it's got normally a little container in here for trash and a little place to put your pen, but I really do like their trays. So I thought the green was kind of a fun color to use. And then I am using some other things over here. I've got my pen from Bistro Blanks. My mermaid pen, it's got Ariel in there. This was actually a gift from a friend of mine, the Diamond Stitcher, Elisa. So she gave this to me. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but I love their pens. And then of course I just have a multi-placer, a 7-placer, just a plastic one. And then I just have just the brass tips that come with the pens. Now I do have putty in here. And this is the first time I've ever used her putty. It's Patsy Putty. And this was actually a gift, because y'all know I love my red wine. This was a gift from Melanie at the retreat. One of my friends here, she gave this to me, and I love it. It's Cabernet. It doesn't really smell like wine, which I thought would be really funny. It's more like a perfume scent, but it smells really good. But I thought it was really cute. The packaging inside, the little release papers, almost look the little wine glasses. But yeah, it's just it's got the wine color. So far, so good. I've had really good luck with it. I was afraid it was maybe gonna leave a red residue, like that dark pink color, but it hasn't, and it's been really good. So I'm using that. And then I do use micro glue dots in my single placer. And then of course I have my ceramic cutter to cut back each of the plastic little squares. And then I have my tweezers. And then my Trinket tray is from Lexi Sparkle Craft. This was one of the first trays I think I ever bought from her. It is made out of resin, and you can tell it's got the little bubbles and the mermaid tails. I love it, like the pearls. It's got little, yeah, it's beautiful. So it just holds all my accessories. So y'all have all these folks linked down below. So if you want to check them out, that would be great. And then my cover minder, I have a little bitty cover minder. Let me scooch it down a little bit right here. Little mermaid tail. I'm not sure where it came from, but yeah, just a little mermaid tail. So got that. But let me just, I know y'all are zoomed in a little bit. Just, I wanted you to be able to see me diamond painting if you were wanting to do that. And then my washi tape is from Simply Gilded. And it's one I got from the mermaid release. It's got the mermaid scales and the starfish, the little seahorses. Yeah, that was really cute. So I thought it matched with it, and it's got the scales. So I've got that going. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think I've gone through all the things. All right, so let me get situated. Let me get my tray. Okay, so let's pick a color. I think I'm gonna do the R's. I'm gonna do R. I'm gonna be a pirate for a minute. That's a pretty yellow. And that's 307. I will tell you, if you do use Harbor Freights, do you see when I picked it up? Because it was like this, right in the containers. You may already know this, but it's a good little tip if you don't. See how they're stuck in the lid? If I were to open it right now, just like from picking it up, those would all spill out. So just give it a tap, 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 and they all go down. So every time I pick one up, the first thing I do is just kind of give it a little tap. It just takes a second. Yeah. So a little tip that someone shared with me a while back, and it was very helpful. But I do like Harbor Freight for some of the smaller ones. They're really nice. All right, so, oh my goodness, y'all, I did not take any notes, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I was tagged from Lee, L&L Diamond Painting. He tagged me in some tag questions, so you know how it works. If you get tagged, you're it. So I figure we'll kind of go through this last week and talk about a few things, and then we'll end it up with, we'll end the WIP and chat with, there's only 10. And I've glanced at them, but I have not thought about my answers at all. So I thought it would be fun to kind of just do it off the cuff, see what kind of comes to mind without really putting a lot of thought into it. And just kind of, it'd be fun just to kind of see how I answer them. So, and then I need to tag someone, which, ooh, I guess I should have thought about that before I started filming. Okay, I got to think about that. Well, I don't even know who I'm going to tag, but we'll figure it out. I'll think of someone by the time this is over. I don't know who's already been tagged. But speaking of that, and I've heard other, creators mention this, but if even if you weren't tagged and you're not a creator or you are a creator, put down your answers down below. I would love to hear what you guys say about these questions too. I think they're really good. So, all right. Let's listen to Ollie. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But if you're new, that is my Frenchie. We have a little French bulldog named Ollie. He is my baby. He'll actually be 2 in September, so he's not like a baby anymore. But he is snoring away like usual right below my table where I'm diamond painting. So he pretty much never leaves my side. He's my little shadow. So you might hear him. So if you do, it's not me. You might hear burping, farting, snoring. It's normally him. So I'm trying to think, do I have any other dogs in here? We also have 2 Boston Terriers, Margot and Jasper, but they're not in here. Only him. He's the only one that made it in. So yeah, you guys, today's Friday, which is kind of weird. I'm used to doing these midweek. How's your week been? Like I said, make sure you let me know down below how everything's going. Oh, this one has a little tab. Let me show you guys that. And I did not like that. See that little tab on the side? If you don't look up for a second. That little tab is not gonna work. I could probably try to pinch it off and squeeze it off with like tweezers, but I'm just gonna put it in my little trash bucket and hopefully there's enough drills. That's one thing about PAINTGEM. I do have to say, I've done a few other like little small ones that we're used to seeing, the little collection ones, and there can be some trash in the drills. I mean, this one, look, this one's got a tiny little, I figure, I'm kind of picky, but it's got another little tiny tab, but that one's probably gonna be okay. But yeah, that's the one thing about their drills. And again, this is an older kit. Maybe they made some improvements, but yeah. But speaking of PAINTGEM, I do have a code if y'all want to save some money. It's in the description of the video. So if you do want to go order from them, yeah, use my code and save a little bit of money. All right, so let's talk about this last week. So when we talked last, that was like Wednesday/Thursday. And let's see. been doing a lot of, it's summertime, and so the kids are out of school. Lou and I have been doing a ton of swimming in the pool because it's so hot. I am in Dallas. For those of you that are new here, I am in Texas, so of course it's, 100 degrees, and it's just really starting to ramp up. It's really just starting to really get hot. Hasn't been that bad so far, so that's been good. But, we're almost to July, so... but yeah, so we've been doing a lot of swimming. Now, the dogs love to go out there with us. So why I'm telling you the story is because we had a little incident. It's happened twice. So we like to play Marco Polo, right? It's like can't go wrong playing Marco Polo. It's like really the only swimming pool game that we really know. I keep meaning to look up online, and so if y'all know of any other like pool games, let me know. That's actually a really good question for the video, because I'm always like, there's like, what do you want to do? And we're like, Marco Polo, because no one else can really think about another like fun game, right? So it was Nate, who's my 17-year-old, Nate, and then Lou and I. And Lou's my 11-year-old daughter. So we were playing Marco Polo, and all three of the dogs were outside, and I was it. And this was probably, I think, on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday or Friday. And I was it, and I was, of course, had my eyes closed, and we have a pretty small pool, so you can pretty much tag someone pretty easily, and it's not too bad to have your eyes closed. You just get a little confused on where you're at in the pool, but you kind of just have your arms out so you don't like hit the wall. But so we're playing Marco Polo. I'm it, so I have my eyes closed, and I'm saying Marco Polo, and I'm stretching my arms out, and I feel some water slushing around, right? So I reach out to touch somebody, and I feel dog fur. Y'all, I open my eyes, and Ollie is in the water. Ollie, the baby Frenchie, yes. I was so confused. Now, y'all, he doesn't know how to swim. We don't know if we don't think he knows how to swim. Everything we've read about Frenchies online is that they don't know how to swim. So knowing that, I freak out all the time. I actually bought him a vest last year. We tried to put it on him. He doesn't like it, and it's kind of not practical to keep on him the whole time he's out with us. He only goes, so let me finish just telling the story. Sorry. So I reach my hand out, I feel fur, and I open it. It's like not skin, and I open up my eyes, and I see him in the water. His head's not wet, so he's above the water. And he's like, he's right by the steps, and he was above water, and he was starting to kind of paddle. And I grabbed him and just kind of like took him right there. It was right by the stairs. I don't know what happened, because I had my eyes closed. I asked Nate and Lou, and they were like, I don't know, we were swimming away from you. We were like under the water. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that happened. That was the first time. Okay. Not too bad. I was like, okay, that freaked me out. But here's the deal. He doesn't go out, not the dogs, and all three of the dogs, they really don't go out near the pool unless we're in the pool. So that's the good news. And he's not much of an outdoor dog anyways. They don't really, he doesn't really stay out there very long. Now, Jasper, one of our Bostons, I've seen him fall in the pool before. And I've run outside, and he made it to the edge. So he knows where the stairs are. He knows how to swim. So I think he'd be okay. But Ollie, I don't know. So a couple days later, I think this was Sunday. I'd gone live here on YouTube. We went live, and then afterwards, Lou's like, let's go swimming. So we had dinner. We did burgers and stuff, and then she wanted to swim. So we went in the pool, and Nate joined us, and we were out there playing Marco Polo again. And this time I was it again, and all the dogs were out there, and I had my eyes closed, and all of a sudden, Lou and Nate start screaming, Ollie's in the water! Ollie fell in the water! And I open up my eyes, and he happened to be, again, like right near me. This time, you guys, though, he was submerged. Now, I know I tell Lou, and I was telling, my husband the story, and like telling other people what had happened. And Lou's like, Mom, you're being so dramatic. It wasn't that bad. He wasn't really sinking. And I'm like, or he wasn't drowning. I'm like, he was totally underwater. He looked like he wasn't going to be able to come back. I don't know. I grabbed him as soon as I saw him fully submerged underwater. But from what it looked like, it didn't look like he was going to be able to come back up. So that totally freaked us out. We all were like, okay, we're done. We all dried off. No one wanted to swim anymore. It's so scary, you guys. So, I just don't know. I don't know if I should be, trying to, maybe I watched videos, and I have seen some Frenchies that know how to swim, But I think because just their bodies, they have the short little legs and they're fat and just like a little round, tube, I don't know if they're meant to be able to swim, but I don't know if I think at the very least, I should be putting him in and showing him where the stairs are, because I know I've read that, dogs will like try to get up wherever they fell, right? Like on the side, and that they can't normally do that, right? Because they need the stairs. So maybe if I just work with him a little bit, put him in the water and show him where the stairs are, maybe that would help in case it were to happen. But yeah, so from now on, and I was already doing this before, like if Lou's out there with friends and the dogs are out there and I'm not out there kind of keeping an eye on Ollie, I don't let Ollie out there. I'm like, nope, they're just, Lou's playing with her friends and she's not really paying attention to the dogs. And what if he were to fall in again? So you guys, I'll give me a heart attack. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Yeah, I really did. Oh my gosh. Speaking of snoring, of Ollie snoring, farting, and burping, I know y'all can't, good thing you can't smell anything. Oh my God, that dog. It smells so bad in here. Oh God, he's just happy as can be. Oh, I need to turn the fan on up here or something. It's so bad. Oh, like eggs, rotten eggs. Oh my gosh. You're a stinky boy, Ollie. Oh, okay. So that's the Ollie story of the week. Well, there's more, but that's our scary story. So then let's see. So yeah, did the live, we did swimming, and then Monday was pretty much doing laundry and prepping for our trip. So Lou and I, along with my husband, we were going to go to Austin for the week. So my husband goes, we live in Dallas and he drives to Austin for work during the week. He goes from Tuesday to Thursday. So we'd always said, hey, when school's out, you and Lou should come with me. And, he stays at his mom's house, my mother-in-law's house. So we're like, oh, cool. We can stay with her and hang out while he's at work. And we could, play and have fun. So, because she's got, she lives in a community where they have a community pool. So we thought that'd be fun, use a different pool and kind of have, And so we left about 6:30 in the morning on Tuesday morning, because it's about a 3.5 hour drive. So, and we didn't want to hit traffic. We didn't want to hit rush hour traffic. So headed out and thought we were going to be able to sleep, but we did not sleep because Ollie was with us. So we brought Ollie. Now, my boys, Ryan and Nate, who were 17 and 19, we had them stay home. We didn't have them stay home. It was their option. Obviously, they could have gone with us, but Ryan, my oldest, works. And then Nate, he said he would stay home and watch the dogs, the other two. So it was really nice. We didn't have to board the dogs. And plus, they don't want to go to grandma's house. They're getting older. We knew that. So it was like, okay. So yeah, it was nice. I paid Nate a little bit of extra money and, for food and for dog sitting, and both the boys did a wonderful job. Nate's not, so here's the deal. My concern was where the dog's gonna sleep, because all 3 dogs sleep with me. And I know Nate's not a big fan of the dog sleeping. He doesn't like the dogs sleeping with him. They make him too hot, he can't sleep. So yeah, I knew that was gonna be the case. And so I was like, well, Ryan, I was like, the dogs can sleep with him. And they did, which was great. And then Nate was in charge of feeding the dogs, and he did a really good job. So yeah, between the two of them, they did a wonderful job. That is actually the first time I think we've ever left both of them I think it actually is, now that I think so. Yeah, and they were good, nothing, did the chores, like I asked, put the trash cans out and brought them back in and did all the things and took care of the dogs, and yeah, so it worked out great. So we got down there Tuesday, and then we went to the pool, and their community pool is really fun. We think it's salt water because it tasted a little salty, but it's the first thing Lou kind of noticed, and I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. It does kind of have a little bit of a salt taste. But we got brought swimming. We swam. We were only there for, let's see, we got there Tuesday afternoon. And we were only there till Thursday. So we were there 2 full days, not even 2 full, I guess 2 full days. We went to the pool, I think 4 different times. And we had so much fun. Now, Ollie was great in the car on the way there. He He's great in the car. I mean, we've taken him on road trips before, and we just bring the dog bed, and him and Lou were in the back seat, and she was kind of in charge of watching him. He's a little antsy at first, but then he settles down, and you know, we do have to charge the car. So whenever we charge, we would, you know, give him a potty break, and he just did great. Yeah, he's a good little car dog, and he just did wonderful. Yep, slept a little bit, and then kind of look around, but yep, he's really easy. And so got down there, and we went swimming, and because my husband had to go to work when we got there, and I drove him to the office and then had the car. And let's see, what did we do? I feel like I'm forgetting something. We went swimming, and then Lou went with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law to the grocery store because they were going to get stuff for dinner. So I took a little nap while they did that because I was a little tired. I was a little worn out. So because I had not slept the night before and getting up really early, so I took like an hour nap. Ollie and I snoozed, and what's really cool about it, my mother-in-law's house is a 3D printed home. I know a lot of people kind of trip out when they hear that, and I actually did for my Patreons and my members, I did a little vlog when we were there, and I did a little house tour so they could see what a 3D printed home looks like, because it's really, really cool. And they love it. They absolutely love it. What's cool about it is there's concrete floors, so there's nothing to no carpets to ruin. There's no floorboards. I mean, no molding. No, it's just, and the walls are like beads, almost like, because there's like long, almost like ropes. It's really cool. I love the concept. Really, it's a really nice house. So they've been there for about 6 months now. And yeah, it's a nice place for my husband to stay when he's in town. So yeah, it works out. So we just had a great time. So they went to the store, they got stuff for dinner, they spoiled us. We had, Lou's been craving crab. She's never had crab before. And she keeps asking me for crab. I guess she's seeing like online, social medias, like people eating crab. She goes, it looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, but it's expensive. And I don't even know how to make crab or cook it. I have no clue. So they got her a little bit of crab legs. I think they were the legs. Yeah, cracked crab. And then some fillets, some steaks. So we had steaks, we had baked potatoes. They cooked for us. It was amazing. It was so good. I learned a new cooking little technique that I didn't know about. So I love baked potatoes. I love to eat the skin. And I always love when I go to restaurants when like the skin's like salted, like a heavy salt, and it's just got that crispy. So the way I make my baked potatoes at home is we've got this like a little sack, like it's like a little microwavable bag for baked potatoes, and you cook them for 5-6 minutes, and you flip them over and do another 5-6 minutes. They're okay. I mean, they cook, they're fine, they work, but these were amazing. So what he does, and a lot of y'all probably already know this, but if you don't, I'll give you this tip because they were so good. He just rubs them in olive oil, like rubs potatoes down in olive oil, and then puts the salt on there, right? I guess it's like more of like a coarse salt, and then set them in a baking dish, like a glass baking dish, put them in the oven at 425 for an hour. And they're so good. They're like the best baked potatoes I've ever had. I was like, I'm going to do that. So it was so good. There was salad. So we totally got spoiled. So it was a really, really nice dinner. So it was really nice of them. And then diamond painted, of course, right? Had to diamond paint. And then the next day, hubby went to work, and then we got to play more. My mother-in-law and I and Lou went shopping. We went to Sephora, we went to Old Navy, we went to HEB again because we did more stuff. We went to Academy because she wanted to get a volleyball. I'm so glad we grabbed a volleyball for her because she wanted to play with a ball at the pool. And so that afternoon we went to the pool and she brought her ball, and there was a girl a little bit older than her, but she asked if she wanted to play. And so they played for like 45 minutes to an hour. They played volleyball and they had a great time. So she made a friend and they got each other's numbers. And then after that, I'm probably forgetting something. Oh, we did, when we were at Sephora, my mother-in-law suggested that she goes, let's do facials tonight. So we got face masks for all three of us. I picked out the blueberry one, and Lou got coconut, and my mother-in-law got like matcha, like a tea, like green tea matcha. And so we did face masks. We laughed so hard with the face masks. We were dying laughing. So that night we did Domino's pizza. Everybody was just exhausted. No one wanted to cook. And so we just did Domino's, got it delivered. Yeah, and then we took showers and then we did the face masks and we had so much fun. So that was Wednesday. And then Thursday we had to head out in the afternoon, but we went swimming again. So let's see, Wednesday we did swimming in the afternoon and then we swam again at night. Lou wanted to see what the pool looked like at night. So we went at night and we swam 2 times that day. Ton of swimming, which feels so good. You guys like get out and just be outside and get like fresh air every day. It felt really, really good. Ooh, I just finished my square. Ooh, look at this cute little fish if you guys want to look up for a sec. Look at their cute little eyes. Those fish turned out good. Okay, so now we're gonna crack open a new square. If you're new or you've never done it, I can show you how I use the ceramic cutter to cut the plastic, and I'll show you guys that. So, or what we'll do is first I'm gonna cut this old one off. So I use the washi tape as my guide. And again, it's got this tiny, tiny little blade right here. And it doesn't, you can tell, it doesn't cut, see? It cuts, but not, doesn't tear into anything. I just kind of follow along the washi tape, and then it just rips off. So that's that section. I'll just toss that. And then let's bust out this new one. This is gonna be the rest of her face, the top of her face, and then some more of her pink hair. So I just start in this corner and I just follow the edge of the washi tape, just kind of go right against the edge of it and slice it down. Now this is what the tweezers really come in handy for. I'll pick up the edge of this and kind of just get it going. And there we go. And we got a fresh piece. And then I just pull up my cover minder, find the one underneath, and it holds it back. And I always kind of just crease it a little bit. Oh yeah, I wonder how her eyes are gonna turn out. Actually, pretty good. I'm just, again, curious about the writing. There's a lot of fish. This is really cute. I've never done this size of one from PAINTGEM, so it's been kind of cool to see. All right, let's do her skin. So we'll do B. It's like a flesh color. So let's see. So Thursday, our last day there, and I brought my computer. And of course, I brought this dyeing pen. I brought like all my stuff to do like a WIP and chat when I was there. And I even told Lou and my mother-in-law, I'm like, I'm going to be doing a WIP and chat, but that never happened. We were having so much fun. I mean, we were running around the entire time. There was like no downtime, really, not much at all. And let's see. So then Thursday, woke up, went to the pool again. We had to do one more pool trip. And then we, after the pool, we went to Starbucks. My mother-in-law treated, we got some Starbucks. And then after that, we headed back to the house, got changed, and then we met my husband for lunch. He was done with work. So we met him for lunch, and then, and then we kind of went back, packed up our stuff, then, got on the road eventually. And we got back last night around like 9:45, because it's, again, 3.5 hour drive, plus we stopped for dinner. We stopped at Velvet Taco, which was really good. We were trying to find something we could have, Ollie be able to come with us, and they have a patio. And so yeah, he was good. He was kind of a little barky at some of the people. I need to socialize him more, take him to the dog park. I mean, he's used to our dogs, but he's still not really sure. But so cool. We went to one of the stops where we were going to charge at a gas station, and there was this dog park and little dog area for dogs to go. And I was taking Ollie over there, and he was walking around, and I look over and I hear this dog barking, and I look, and it's another little Frenchie, and he's in the passenger side, and the guy's actually getting gas. And I was like, oh, and he was like a little black Frenchie. He was so cute. So sure enough, the guy was done getting gas, and he came over and he walked his dog over there, and it was Lola. She was a little girl. She was so cute. Ollie's never met another Frenchie before. So they were about the same age. They were about the same size, but Lola was a lot more energetic and playful. Ollie was okay, but he wasn't as outgoing as she was. And Lou was like, Mom, you need to, get him out more. I'm like, I know. So this dog probably, who knows, goes on the road with her dad all the time. And, but I was talking to him, and he said his Frenchie is she's got a fluffy gene. And that's like the ones that have a little more like fur. And I think they're rare. They're definitely more expensive than ours. They're like the more expensive Frenchies. So But yeah, so he did really good in the car. He was panting a lot. He was kind of having a hard time cooling down because it just got so hot. You know, it was like 100 degrees yesterday. So, but yeah, I think that's why he's so tired today, because I think we just like totally wore him out, you know. But great time. I think I forgot. I feel like I'm forgetting something that we did, but it was just a wonderful visit. It was just my mother-in-law just hung with us the whole time, and you know, went swimming with us, and she's just the sweetest, and I really do love her. So, and I know Lou, you know, really appreciates her too. And oh, she made Lou her famous pancakes. She talks about Nanny's pancakes all the time and how good they are. Well, I even tried this morning. Lou's like, "Can you make me pancakes?" And I'm like, "Oh no, you want like Nanny's pancakes?" Because Nanny told me the trick that she uses. So when I make pancakes, I spray the pan with cooking spray. Well, hers had these like a crispy edge, and I was asking her, I'm like, how are you making these? And she's like, "I use oil." And I'm like, "Oh." So I tried it. I asked Lou if they were the same. She's like, "Nope, Nanny's are still better." I was like, "Oh." So Nanny, if you're listening, your pancakes are still better. She's like, "No one will ever make them as good as Nanny." I was like, "I know. There's something about your grandma's cooking that just, you know, no one can compete with." So, but yeah, they really spoiled her. They spoiled her with all her favorite things. So, yep, she ate good, got to play, and she just was swimming. We just had so much fun. All right, so that's kind of what's been going on now. And then let me see if there's anything else. Shows I've watched. We'll get into the tag questions in a second. I'm just trying to think shows that I've watched recently. I watched on Netflix. I watched I don't think I told you. I don't think I mentioned this last week. I watched the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders documentary about the 2023 Cowboy selection, the cheerleaders. Now I live in Dallas. I'm not a Cowboys fan, not at all, just the opposite. So I didn't watch it because of that. I watched it because I just, you know, they showed a lot of around here. It is a Dallas team. I'm familiar with the whole thing, and I was like, okay, just out of curiosity, you know, want to see what the whole deal is. It's kind of sad. I mean, they work their asses off, and they don't get paid very much. For as much as that team makes, come on now. So that was my big complaint about the whole thing, is they don't make very much. Now, they didn't specifically, no one mentioned how much exactly, but one of the girls, how she positioned it was, she was on the team, I guess, the year before, and they interviewed her, so she wasn't currently on the team. So I don't think she was saying this because she was a disgruntled, you know, ex-employee, but you know, I think she was being honest. She's like, the guy asked her, he's like, "So how much do y'all get paid?" She's like, "Well, let's just say it's like equivalent to someone working at Chick-fil-A full-time." Like, are you serious? Because they do a lot. They do a lot. So I was just like, so that's the thing. I kind of rubbed me wrong watching that, but it's so interesting. Yeah, so if you want to watch an interesting documentary, it's the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders one. And the whole like audition process and the training camp and everything they have to go through. It's pretty crazy. And some of the girls, like their moms were cheerleaders and on the Cowboys, and yeah, it's like a thing. But I guess they were saying it's not really like the pay. That's not why people do it. It's for the recognition, and it's like something to be proud of, and it's like a thing. I'm like, really? So I don't know. If you were a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, let me know. If you feel differently about it. Yeah, I don't know. So it's pretty interesting. But so I watched that. I'm also watching another show on Apple TV called Presumed Innocent. It's with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think I might have mentioned it last week because they only released one a week, so I can't binge watch it. So I've just been like waiting for that to come out every week, and I need to get caught up on the latest one. It's so funny. My 17-year-old Nate, he came out last night, and we were talking about, you know, how the week was without us here and what he did, and he goes, "I started watching Dexter." And I was like, "I love that show. I watched all of it." So now we're talking about Dexter. The hard part is he wants to talk about it with me, but I don't really remember every single detail of the show, you know? I mean, it's 8 seasons, and I watched it, I don't know, a couple of years ago. It's been probably 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, since it's been over, I believe. So I'm just trying to, it's like whenever my oldest, got into Breaking Bad a long time after, you know, I had watched it. He wanted to talk about it, and I was like, I think I kind of remember that part of the show, but, you know, I didn't remember all of it, but yeah, so Nate found a new little show to watch. But yeah, Dexter's a good one. I enjoyed that. I feel like I've watched a movie or two, but I just can't remember off the top of my head what else I watched. But I do love the documentaries. They're like my jam right now. So if y'all have any other good documentaries to recommend, throw them my way. Yep, let me know. I think our face is turning out really good. Now, close up, I'm looking at it. It's like, but I look through the camera, like what y'all see further away, and actually it looks really good. What do y'all think? Huh, I'm pretty impressed, actually. Yeah. All right, so that shows. And then other things that are gonna be going on this weekend before we do the tag questions. I'm excited. So once a month, my Patreons and my members, the top 2 tiers, we do a monthly Zoom where we all get online and hang out and diamond paint and laugh, and we just have a good time. So that's tomorrow night. We normally do it the last Saturday of the month, and that's tomorrow. So I scheduled that today, and hope, if y'all are one of my Patreons or members and you're in those tiers, look for your message, look at your email, and this is your heads up. So hopefully you can make it. It's at 8 o'clock tomorrow, Central Standard Time. So yes, and I really appreciate those folks. I don't thank them enough. And if you're interested in joining my Patreon or YouTube memberships, they're both the same. I just offer it on 2 different platforms, whatever easiest for you to join or have access to. I put the same content on there, and it's the same pricing, so there's no difference. It's just what's ever easier for you. But yeah, join us. We, like I said, it's our own little sub community over there, and it's a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's like a monthly subscription. And I've got, I think, 4 different tiers. So depending on, how much, but it really does. And it goes all right back into the channel. And it's a wonderful way to, for you to support your favorite creators, because it really, really, really is helpful. Because YouTube, especially with the diamond painting, it's such a niche, community and, hobby that as far as the YouTube part of it and like making money off of that and the videos, there's no money to really be had there. Not unless you're like huge maybe, but I definitely don't make a lot off that. So the Patreons and the members, really, really help us out. So that's a wonderful way, like I said, to support your, some creators that you really enjoy hanging out with. And if you want to get to know them better, I do post, behind the scenes content. I do weekly vlogs for all the tiers, and like I said, there's some other perks. So yeah, if you're interested, all the stuff's down below. You can always join anytime, and you can always cancel anytime. There's no monthly commitment. You do month to month. So it's not like something. It's not like you don't have to sign up for like a yearly subscription or anything. It's not anything like that. So you can join anytime, cancel anytime. Yep, yeah. So no pressure. But yeah, so that's gonna be tomorrow night. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then Sunday, I'll have my live, and that'll be at 4 as usual, 4 Central Standard Time. So if you've never made it, hop on over and join us and hang out with us, or you can be quiet and diamond paint. You don't have to say a word if you just want to lurk. I do that a lot, so it's really up to you, however you want to do it. Yep, totally fine with me. And yep, just have a little, just hang out with us. It's nice to have someone live and in person to, kind of just have company. I really do like that, especially when I'm diamond painting, just to kind of have someone to talk to or listen to, and even talk to if I want to, through the chat. So, all right, should we do the tag questions? I'm kind of nervous, to be honest with you. I kind of glanced at them, and they kind of seem deep, and I'm like, oh boy. So I feel like there's going to be some pressure, but I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not going to answer them perfectly, but I'll just give you whatever comes to the top of my head, right? And we'll see how it goes. So there are 10 of them. Trying to remember who, I know, I got to give credit. So I believe Lee said that Jackie Williams, who does have a YouTube channel, I think she came up with these questions, I believe. And I think she's the one that started these, I believe. I hope I'm not incorrect with that, but I think that's what Lee had said. So yeah, there are 10. And okay, so you ready? Here we go. Number 1, what is the one thing you appreciate about your physical appearance? That's a weird question. No offense to Jackie. It's not weird. It's just like to think about, to praise yourself and something like that for something physical. The first thing that comes to mind when I read that the first time was my grandmother, who's no longer with us, unfortunately, my mom's mom. used to tell me when I was younger, and it has stuck with me my entire life. I remember she told me when I was probably, oh gosh, she actually passed away when I was pregnant with Ryan, so she never got to meet any of my kids, which was really sad. But I don't remember, I was a teenager probably at the time, probably like 13 or 14. I remember her giving me a compliment. We were going to dinner or something. We were all getting in the car, and I had shorts on. And she looked at me, she goes, Shay, you've got great legs. And I was like, and I didn't really think anything of it. I never looked or thought my legs were, but after that, I was like, I would look around going, I got good legs. So I think because my grandmother, she really gave me that compliment early on, and it really meant a lot to me. And I don't know if she was just being nice, but so I've gone through life, thinking my legs aren't half bad. So I guess that's the first thing that comes to mind is my grandma, yeah. So I'm gonna say legs. I don't know how you can have bad legs. I don't know what a good leg is, but yeah, that was something my grandma, had told me, and she was pretty honest. So she was one of those people that, she was so fun. She'd go on roller coasters, and she was just a fun grandma. Not really like a grandma type, if you will. Okay, number 2. What is the one thing you are most grateful for in your relationships and friendships? Okay. What is the one thing you are most grateful for? I think for me, my first thought would be honesty, but I think that's probably going to be it, because you don't want to be friends with someone that's lying to you, right? Or that talks about you behind your back, or that you can't trust. So I say trust is huge. Another thing is and I'm trying to think of the way to say it, but when you can count on someone, to be there for you, if you need them, that they'd be there for you. What's that? I'm trying to think. You can count on them. So I don't know if there's a description for that. That's just escaping me, but that to me is something I'm probably grateful for too. But maybe trust. Obviously love. Can I just pick just one thing? I want to pick more than one. More than one. Yeah, that's probably what I'd say for that one. And what I'll do is, when I'm done with filming this video, I will make sure I put these in the description. So like I said, y'all can, you don't have to go back and watch the video, but yeah, go ahead and respond to these yourselves. I'd like each of you in the comments to give me your answers to these, but I'll type out the questions in the description so y'all can also answer them and have somewhere to look and see the exact questions. So you don't have to try to write them all down. All right. Hi, Margot. Oh, my little Boston's here. I have a brown Boston and a black Boston. Brown and white and black and white. And it's my little lady. Hi, lady. The door did open a few minutes ago, and someone just let a dog in and then slowly closed the door. So she must have been sitting outside of my door. All right, number 3. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from failure? Ooh. Y'all, I feel like I've got to give these really deep thought, really amazing answers to really change someone's life. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from failure? I know it's kind of cliche, but dust yourself off and get back up, because I think for me probably is you don't learn unless you fail. I think that's how you learn, is from failure. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, that's how, again, even doing, I'm just thinking about YouTube, for instance, as an example. I didn't know how to do it. I had never done it before. I just kind of started doing it. I know I wasn't good at the beginning, but so that was I don't know if I consider that failure, or just needed more practice. But yeah, it's I wasn't great, but I didn't just give up and go, oh, this isn't working. I'm failing at this. I'm just gonna, not do it anymore. No, you just got to keep an improvement. That's another thing. Look back at what your failure has been and learn from it. Yeah. I hope that was good enough. I know I'm not being judged on these, but I kind of feel like I am. Am I being judged, you guys? Okay. Number 4. If you could learn any language instantly, which would you choose? Ooh, okay. This comes to mind immediately. So if you're new and you don't know, my husband and my kids and I, we moved to China for 3 years because of my husband's job. And we lived over in Shanghai. for 3 years. So because of that, so originally we only had to sign a 1-year contract to move over there, only for a year. That's all we had to commit to. So with that being said, I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to learn Mandarin or take any Mandarin lessons or anything like that because I'm only going to be here for a year, right? Well, a year turned into 2, 2 turned into 3. And looking back, I really, really regret, and I really wish I would have learned Mandarin and I wish I would have taken lessons when I was over there. I do remember, it's a little rusty, but I do know a lot of things still, a lot of words. But no, I would have to say if I could learn any language instantly, which I know I probably wouldn't be able to use it all the time, but it definitely, because I hope to go back one day, and see some of the things that we saw, and revisit. So maybe it would give me an opportunity to be able to speak when, to go over there again and be able to speak the language. So I'm going to say Mandarin, i.e. Chinese. So yeah, Mandarin, that's what I would choose. Let's see, number 5. What is your favorite way to start the day? Well, it's what I do now, and I guess that's my favorite way because it's what I choose to do. My first thing that I do when I wake up is I look at all 3 of my dogs in the bed, and I pet them, and I love on them, and I kiss them, and they're just so happy. So I think that's probably my favorite way to wake up. There's no better way than having these dogs just, yawning and stretching and giving you kisses and just just rubbing them, and they're just kind of sleepy and lazy. And yeah, I'm gonna say loving on my dogs. That's probably it's what I do, and I love it. It's a good way to start the day. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. Let's see, number 6. What's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? I would probably say diamond painting, right? I mean, I know a lot of y'all can probably relate. I was going to say snuggled up on the couch, maybe near a fire if it's cold out, with a hot chocolate or maybe just some food, maybe a bowl of chili, or just, I'm just imagining like cold rain. But a rainy day, I definitely want to be cozied up on the couch, I think with a blanket, watching a movie, if not diamond painting. So yeah, I think that would be my answer on that one. Number 7, what's your favorite movie quote? Ooh, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Oh my gosh, I have so many, depending on the context of the situation. Of course, y'all know, because I'm going to be hosting an event coming up in August, Oz and Og. I love The Wizard of Oz. Love The Wizard of Oz. So of course there's no place like home, right? I mean, that's like, you just can't go wrong with that quote. But a funny movie quote that, is it a movie? It's more of a TV show. I would say that one. There's no place like home. I like Dave Chappelle, the comedian, and there's on his in his skits he used to do, there was some favorite quotes of his that are funnier ones, but really not appropriate, so we'll just skip that one. We'll skip that for now. Maybe I'll tell you all some other time. But yeah. Yep, but that wasn't a movie, so yeah, it doesn't count. But I'd say there's no place like home, and I think that's really important, right? I mean, I'm kind of a homebody, so I'm okay with that quote. That's probably my favorite one that I can think of just off the top of my head. I'd love to hear what you guys are going to say to these questions. I hope you answer them. I really do, because I want to ask them, like, so what would you say? And that's what I'm asking you guys now. So if you can, you don't have to answer all of them unless you want to. But I mean, maybe like just pick some. But I'd like to hear what you guys say to that one too. Oh, I missed one. I just saw that. Her eyes are almost done. Okay, number 8. My computer's trying. If you won the lottery, how would you spend the money? Oh, see, you guys. I mean, I feel like this is one of those like loaded questions, right? It's like, do you look like a selfish person? Selfless? I mean, are you like donating to charity? What would you do? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I really don't know. I've never really thought about that. I don't play the lottery, so maybe that's why. I guess you have to play to win, right? So that's the first thing I would say is if I were to play the lottery and I were to win, I don't know. I mean, like the normal stuff, right? I mean, I would want to you know, buy a house, buy my family a house, cars. I mean, like all the, like the you know, the things, material things. But I'd also want to donate, you know, to charities and help out those in, you know, less fortunate situations, of course. But God, I don't know, you guys. I'm not really a traveler. I was gonna say travel because that's what people say, but after I said it out loud, I'm like, ooh, no, no. That does not sound like, I actually would not want to travel. You know what I'm thinking about it some more. You know what I would like is I'd like a chef, a private chef, because I don't know how to cook. And like cook healthy for me, right? So I could like lose weight and get fit. Okay, so I'd hire a personal chef, maybe a personal trainer. So then I got my food going. I got the exercise going. Maybe like a stylist, like, you know, someone to help me like pick out clothes, because I'm not good at that. Like a decorator, interior decorator, because I'm not good at decorating my house. Maybe there's things I would do. Yeah, I would. I'm not really much into like brand names though, like as far as like, you know, a Louis Vuitton purse or like Jimmy Choo shoes or all that stuff, that wouldn't make me happy. So yeah, I think that's all I can think about for that one. Let me see. Number 9. We only have 2 more to go, you guys. I hope this is fun. I'm actually enjoying this. What is the best excuse for getting out of, aka quitting, something you don't want to do? Okay. For instance, this is what I think of. One of the things that reminded me when I read this question originally was, whenever I'm being tickled, which to me is like the worst thing ever, like that's like torture. I mean, it's funny, but it's like, I don't like to be tickled. I always say I gotta pee, right? So that stops it immediately, or I'm gonna throw up, right? And they always stop. But you know, if don't wanna go somewhere or you wanna quit doing something, a good answer I think would be like, I've got diarrhea. Am I gross, y'all, or what? I just started my period. You know, it's like a woman thing. I mean, you could come up with all kinds. I've had a hysterectomy, so those that might know that wouldn't work because that's not true. But I would just try to come up with like something gross, like a bodily function maybe, where they'd be like, oh, okay, we're good. You know, you're good. So yeah, I don't know if that's the kind of answer that was being looked for with that question, but that's how I interpreted it. So that's a tough word. Interpreted it. That's how I interpreted it. Yes. I think I just came up with a new word. Interpreted. Y'all, I've not been drinking yet, so this is just, yep. Wine time's coming though. It's almost 5. What time is it? Oh, it's 5:28. We'll be having some wine after this. All right, number 10. Okay. Drum roll. Number 10. I just read that one. Number 10. What is your favorite way to recharge and find inner peace? What do y'all think I'm gonna say? I'll give you one guess. Just one. Only one thing can really come to mind. But I've already used it once. Can I use the same answer again? Diamond painting. I love it, y'all. I love diamond painting. I think it's pretty obvious, but yeah, I find this to be incredibly relaxing. Find it, you know, to be able to recharge. Oh yeah, I would say this. Yep, that's why I do it. Plus, you know, I have fun with you guys. So, but yeah, it's relaxing. It's a community. It's a whole shebang. It's a whole 9 yards. Yes. I don't want to stop. Where are we at? 53 minutes, y'all. We almost needed an hour. I kind of wanted to keep hanging out, but there was only 10. But yeah, what'd y'all think of those? Those were really cool. Thank you, Lee, for tagging me. Oh my goodness, who are we gonna tag? Okay, I don't know if I have to pick like how many people I'm supposed to pick, but the first person I want to choose is Kitty for Crafts, Kathy Archer. Kathy, hopefully you're listening. Tag you're it. I'll send you a message and let you know you've been tagged just in case you don't see the video. I've had Kathy on as a guest on my live, and she's amazing. I love her so much. I would like to hear her answers on these questions too. She's really fun. So I'm gonna say Kathy, And who else, you guys? I don't know who else has been tagged or not tagged. Maybe I'll just do one person. It's so hard. I'm trying to think who all would want to do this. Oh, so I almost felt like, and I kind of gave Lee like the rolling eye emoji when I first saw this, that he tagged me. I kind of felt like it's like, you know, the chain letters. Y'all know what I'm talking about, chain letters. And they say if you don't, you know, send this to the next 5 people, you know, 5 people in the next, you know, 5 minutes, then you're gonna have bad luck for like 10 years, you know, something crazy like that. And I was always like, oh my gosh, you know, but that's not this, not quite to that extreme. Oh, I just saw Jasper was in here. I have all 3 dogs. I didn't know. How'd you sneak in here, buddy? Jasper's looking at me like, But yeah, I'm just gonna pick Kathy. Kathy, tag, you're it, girl. You are it. All right, if you want to look up for a second, check out her face if you haven't been watching already. Look at that. Is that cute? You zoom me in a little bit more. Looks good. And this is a small diamond painting. Little fish, her hair. Yeah, her face is all done, so now I would just be doing the hair next, right? It's just the paint. Yeah, her hair's all her face, got the little curl hanging down. She's precious. Kind of want to name her. She's super cute, you guys. All right, am I forgetting anything else? This was fun. Thank you all so much. I'm glad to be back home. Sorry about, you know, having this go out late. I better let y'all go so I can start processing this because it does take a little while. I'm not going to edit anything, so hopefully I didn't say anything I shouldn't have. I'm not going to listen to it back like I normally do. That's just another hour, and I don't want to. I want to give this to y'all. So yeah. So hopefully it was all right. We'll keep our fingers crossed. But yes, I'm so glad we got to hang out. And if y'all enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. They really do help. And if you have not subscribed, I would love to have you. And it's absolutely free to subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button down below. And then next to that, there's a little bell that you can also hit, and that just notifies you whenever. Make sure it says all whenever you click the bell. And then you'll get notified whenever I post up any new videos. Like I said, I do WIP and chats weekly. Normally, I do lives on Sundays. So I pretty much guaranteed from me 2 videos a week. And then I really want to try to do more. Unboxings, shopping with Shays, just you name it. So, you know, just stay tuned. And I do have some series ideas coming up. And of course I have Oz in August. I've got some sponsors set up, some prizes coming. So if you have a Wizard of Oz painting, it doesn't have to be specifically a Wizard of Oz painting, but anything that's an element of the movie that would work, just be creative, you can join us. So let's see, we're almost into July. So I probably need to be getting, you know, I'll do a video this next week to an announcement video to give y'all the details. It's super laid back. There's really not any rules at all. So if you have something with, you know, monkeys, witches, tornadoes, you name it, a Toto, you know, anything that you think would fit, you know, rainbows. Yeah, just be creative and join us. There's going to be some good prizes, and it's just the month of August, so we just want to celebrate the Wizard of Oz. We've got some really good prizes. So yes, all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I love you, and I hope to see you on Sunday for my live. And if you can't make the live, you can always watch the replay. I appreciate that too, and it's always fun to hang out with you guys. But make sure you let me know down below, how are you? And let's do an emoji today. Let's do a mermaid emoji, since we were working on her today. I know they have a mermaid emoji, so give me that. And then please answer you know, the tag questions if you want to. I'd love to see your answers. It'd be fun. But okay, love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. All right, take care.